One thing about me is that when I see a shovel, I'm going to call it what it is, a shovel. And when I see a spade, I'm going to call it what it is, and that's a spade. I would never see a spade and call it a shovel. That is one thing I don't think I would ever do in my entire life, right? What Ilebaye is doing is playing the victim card, and it's so unfair. It's so unfair because Nigerians are gullible, or gullible Africans are buying it. And that's one thing with Nigerians. When we are watching reality TV show, we don't watch it without sentiments. We watch it with our emotions attached. We watch it with sentiment. We become so sentimental, and it's so sad. Now, I supported Ilebaye at first during the whole Ilebaye and T-Badge saga. The way Tolani Badge spoke to her was so rude and aggressive, was so arrogant, and I felt like she was bullied, right? I supported her. But you see, this one, Ilebaye is no victim at all. She is not a victim, and it's so sad that she's playing the victim card, and gullible Nigerians, as usual, for the umpteenth time, are buying it and are even rooting for her, regardless of, her being so provocative and being so insultive. Yes, let me use that word. Now, I'm going to run you guys through all the shenanigans or all the altercation or the drama that happened between Angel and Ilebaye. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to my channel, give this video a thumbs up, and turn on your post notification to be alerted ASAP when I post a new video. After the Guinness tax was over, Ilebaye was in the dressing room and she was, washing out the paint, because if you guys watched the tax, they had paints on their body. Now, Angel's box was open and Angel had her clothes inside that box. Now, the dressing room is where it's as the name implies, it's super self-explanatory, right? You go into the room and you dress up. You take your clothes with you. You wear your deodorants, your perfumes. You dress up, your wigs, basically everything. It's not a place where you start removing paints from your body. It's not a place. You can do that in the garden, but you don't do that in the dressing room, because why? It's gonna stain the place, right? So even if you want to do it anyway, you have to do it in like an open space, an empty space. But literally, she did it on Angel's box. Angel's box was open, her clothes were inside that box, and Ilebaye had her legs over her box, Angel's box. And what was she doing? She was peeling off the paint from her leg into Angel's box, that's on top of Angel's clothes inside Angel's box, right? So Angel said, and of course that is a provocative action right there. There is no individual who would not get exasperated at the sight of seeing someone peeling off their paint directly into their box on their clothes. So are you the one that's going to wash off the paint or remove the paint when the person is a mature person, is an adult, and should know better? Do you get? So of course Angel chided her and told her, no, don't do that. She scolded her, you shouldn't be doing that. Like, this is my box, my clothes are open. And then she told her to remove her box. Like, you literally met that box open and you saw clothes, someone else's clothes inside, but you chose to do it. But the person should be the one to close their box for you. That's a provocative action, and that was a provocative statement. So of course any normal sane human being would react, and that was what Angel did. Angel was reactive. She wanted to beat her up. Venita was the one who was able to hold them apart until Doyin came, and a lot of people were just holding them apart. And to my greatest surprise, Ilebaye even had something to say in her defense. Like, what exactly are you saying? In all ramifications, madam, you are at fault. Let's call a spade and not a shovel. She's just trying to play the victim card and pretend as if they're bullying her. Initially they were Venita and Tolani Badge, but in this situation she was not bullied at all. If not for anything, she's even the antagonist here, and Angel is the protagonist. Because why would you do that in someone else's box, on someone else's clothes? But anyways, moving on, people tried to hold her apart, and I noticed Pere was even holding Venita. He was preventing Venita from stopping the both of them. He wanted the both of them to fight, throw punches, and probably get disqualified. And of course, not probably, of course, certainly get disqualified. But anyways, Mercy was able to take Angel to the garden. And Angel was explaining in details what happened. Like, why would you do that? And you're telling me to close my box for you in the dressing room that belongs to everybody. Like, so many other empty spaces there for Ilebaye to have gone to peel off her paint, but not directly into someone. That's insane. That's an eccentric act. That is the stupidest thing to ever do to anybody. It's so unfair that people are not even seeing the bad in what Ilebaye did. But anyway, she was pouring out her heart to Mercy, and was even telling Mercy that it was because of Mercy she was in the house. If not, there's nothing she has no business being in the house. And in my head, I was like, Angel, I know you're mad, I know you're pissed at Ilebaye, but there are some certain statements you should not make, and this is one of them. Why would you say you're not supposed to? I mean, there's 120 million naira to be won here, and you're saying you're in the house because of another person entirely, another, individual who also wants the money. But anyways, while she was talking, Alex came, and it seemed as though Alex saw a bracelet on the floor, and of course it could have been Angel or at Ilebaye's own. So she actually came to ask Angel if Angel was the owner of the bracelet, and oh my god, she was met with the most provocative and the most arrogant reply ever from Angel and even from Mercy. So Angel was like, do I look like someone that will wear such a cheap bracelet? And of course, I understood the fact that Angel was pissed. She was so infuriated at that point in time. But what I did not understand was Mercy's arrogant reply. She was like, please don't be insensitive right now. Alex was literally just asking Angel if she was the owner of the bracelet, and she was like, go away. She even pushed Alex, just go away, leave, move. You're not supposed to be asking her this question at this point in time. She was actually using the F word on Alex, and I was like, I don't understand. If there's anybody that should be angry here, it should be Angel, and it should be a transfer of aggression. Do you understand? And I get it, but not from you. You're here to calm someone down, and you're getting mad at another person for asking a simple question, the most simplest question ever. But anyways, that was done, and Angel proceeded to the dressing room, and she started packing her things. I was like, Angel, what's going on here? Anyways, Mercy and Venita followed her, and they were like, what are you doing? And she said she wants to pack her things, she's leaving the house. I'm like, Angel, it hasn't gotten to this extent too. So Mercy asked her, so if you take a voluntary exit and they ask you outside, because you go for your media rounds and all that now, and they ask you, okay, why did you leave the house? You tell them it's because Ilebaye provoked you. That's why you left 120 million naira. And she said, she'll just say that she's tired, which is a valid reason. I'm like, girl, no. To be honest with you, Angel did this during the Shine Your Eyes season, and I felt, okay, maybe she was just new to the whole environment. And of course, it can be tiring at times. It can be so exhausting emotionally and even mentally. Jigget. So I get that fact. But I think KV, there was a guy during their sets that had issues with it. He was just so cold. He was isolated, even though he was amongst like 20 plus people. So I understand what it can do to someone's mental health, but all of them have been on this platform before, in various seasons, right? So her doing it for the second time now, I felt like that was some childish move right there. Anyways, Mercy and Alex squashed their beef. Yes, Alex was asking her afterwards that I don't like the way telling her rather, I don't like the way you came at me, asking her why she did what she did. And Mercy was like, okay, that was not the right time for you to ask that. Funny thing is that someone else asked Mercy that question about the bracelet, and Mercy answered the person in the most polite way ever. So I don't know if it's because she's forming an alliance with Sissy, or she likes Sissy, because when Big Brother asked her why she nominated Sissy for the Pardon Me Please game, she said it's because she sees Sissy said something like a one-man squad, and she feels like you should have one person at your corner, in this type of game. You should be healthy. Do you understand? So I feel like she's taking Sissy's side when it comes to the Sissy and Alex fight. For her to like be so aggravated and blow things out of proportion just like that, felt like that was uncalled for. But anyways, they just squashed their beef, they hugged each other, and that was it. Now Doyin and what's her name again, Ilebaye, were on the bed, and they were even praying, and they were talking about the whole situation. And Ilebaye was like, nobody likes her in this house, that she's all by herself, and if Tacha can do it, because during Tacha's set, Tacha was like the antagonist, and she was like the villain. Yes, she was the villain, and everyone else was just against her. So she was like, everyone is against me, that if Tacha can do it, she too, she can do it. I was like, girl, hold up there, please do not even try to think you guys are similar in any way. You guys are so different in all ramifications. Tacha was always defending herself when people look for her trouble. You are outrightly looking for trouble. So there is no bullying, there is no similarity between the both of you. But anyways, Doyin was just, trying to like comfort her and even support her at the same time, gingering her that yes, that how can everyone be against her? I'm like, I don't understand. Is it that you guys are choosing not to see the fact that Ilebaye is our fault here? It just wasn't making sense to me. The part that made no sense to me at all, like, at all was when they started praying. I'm like, girl, you just look for someone's trouble. You've not apologized to the person. Now, what are you praying for? At least, even if God understands the fact that we humans are sinners, at least you ask for forgiveness first now. What are you praying for guidance when you've not asked for forgiveness from the person and even from God? Now, girl, you're just trying to play the victim card here. And I think she's playing it well because a lot of gullible Nigerians and BBNaija All-Stars viewers are buying it. On Twitter, I'm seeing Team Ilebaye all over the place with her hashtags. I'm like, girl, yes, I just hope that you are able to pursue this and keep up with this energy outside the house, because I feel like this strategy, it has strategy and it's a game, so you should have a strategy, but I feel like it's becoming too much and it's becoming toxic at the same time. Now, for the Guinness tax, Team Bold emerged the winner, and Team Bold is comprised of Soma, Mercy, Sisi, and Venita. Trust me, they did more than a fantastic job. Like, if there's actually another word, if fantabulous word to describe their performance, I would term it that, because it was so out of this world. Trust me. Mercy with the birdie, Sisi with the birdie, Venita with the right words to describe all of them, Soma with the energy. Oh my gosh, take my breath away already. But anyways, guys, share your thoughts with me in the comment section about all of this gist I just filled you in. Let me know your thoughts about Ilebaye and her strategy, and let me know your thoughts about Angel, you know, blowing things out of proportion and saying she wanted to leave the house, like she was literally packing her luggage, if not for Mercy and Venita who stopped her. Thank you so much for watching and listening. Please subscribe to my channel, guys. Give this video a thumbs up and turn on your post notification to be alerted ASAP when I post a new video. It's your girl Zini. Bye.